First, let's meet the National League All-Star team. The coaches. From the San Diego Padres, Bud Black. And from the San Francisco Giants, Bruce Bochy. And now the players. From the Arizona Diamondbacks, Chris Young. From the Atlanta Braves, Omar Infante. Tim Hudson. Brian McCann. And Jason Hayward. From the Chicago Cubs, Marlon Byrd. From the Cincinnati Reds, Brandon Phillips. Joey Votto. Scott Rowland. And Arthur Rhodes. From the Colorado Rockies, Troy Tulowitzki. From the Florida Marlins, Josh Johnson. From the Houston Astros, Michael Bourne. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, Rafael Furcal. Jonathan Broxton. And Hong-Chi Kuo. From the Milwaukee Brewers, Giovanni Gallardo. From the New York Mets, Jose Reyes. From the Philadelphia Phillies, Roy Halladay. From the Pittsburgh Pirates, Evan Meek. From the St. Louis Cardinals, Matt Holliday. Chris Carpenter. And Adam Wainwright. From the San Diego Padres, Heath Bell. And Adrian Gonzalez. From the San Francisco Giants, Brian Wilson. And Tim Lincecum. From the Washington Nationals, Matt Capps. Now let's meet the American League All-Star team. First, the coaches. From your Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, Mike Scioscia. From the Oakland A's, Bob Guerin. Now the players. From the Baltimore Orioles, Ty Wigginton. From the Boston Red Sox, Clay Buchholz. Dustin Pedroia. Adrian Beltre. John Lester. David Ortiz. And Victor Martinez. From the Chicago White Sox, Paul Konerko. And Matt Thornton. From the Cleveland Indians, Fausto Carmona. From the Detroit Tigers, Justin Verlander. And Jose Valverde. From the Kansas City Royals, Joakim Soria. From the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, Jared Weaver. And Torrey Hunter. From the New York Yankees, Alex Rodriguez, Nick Swisher, Andy Pettit, CC Sabathia, and Phil Hughes. From the Oakland Athletics, Andrew Bailey and Trevor Cahill. From the Tampa Bay Rays, Rafael Soriano. From the Texas Rangers, Elvis Andrus, Ian Kinsler, Neftali Feliz, and Cliff Lee. From the Toronto Blue Jays, Vernon Wells, John Buck, and Jose Bautista. And now let's meet the National League manager and starting lineup. The manager from the 2009 National League champion Philadelphia Phillies, Charlie Manuel. Leading off and playing shortstop from the Florida Marlins, Hanley Ramirez. Batting second and playing second base from the Atlanta Braves, Martin Prado. Batting third and playing first base from the St. Louis Cardinals, Albert Pujols. Batting fourth, the designated hitter from the Philadelphia Phillies, Ryan Howard. Batting fifth and playing third base from the New York Mets, David Wright. Batting sixth and playing left field from the Milwaukee Brewers, Ryan Braun. Batting seventh and playing center field from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Andre Ethier. Batting eighth and playing right field from the Milwaukee Brewers, Corey Hart. Batting ninth and catching from the St. Louis Cardinals, Yadier Molina. And in the dugout, pitching tonight's game for the National League from the Colorado Rockies, Ubaldo Jimenez. And now let's meet the American League manager and starting lineup. The manager from the 2009 World Series champion New York Yankees, Joe Girardi. Leading off and playing right field from the Seattle Mariners, Ichiro Suzuki. Batting second and playing shortstop from the New York Yankees, Derek Jeter. Batting third and playing first base from the Detroit Tigers, Miguel Cabrera. Batting fourth and playing center field from the Texas Rangers, Josh Hamilton. fifth, the designated hitter from the Texas Rangers, Vladimir Guerrero. Batting sixth and playing third base from the Tampa Bay Rays, Evan Longoria. Batting seventh and catching from the Minnesota Twins, Joe Mauer. Batting eighth and playing second base from the New York Yankees, Robinson Cano. Batting ninth and playing left field from the Tampa Bay Rays, Carl Crawford. And the starting pitcher for the American League, warming up in the bullpen from the Tampa Bay Rays, David Price. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2010 American League and National League All-Stars.